So this is more for you, Finisher Claus. I wanted to know, what do you feel like is the difference between the Asian salon versus why we don't have as many black salons?
When I first moved to New York, it was my intention to become a nail artist. And I'd always admired Japanese nail art. So I started working in a Japanese nail art salon where they were pretty advanced. It's where I learned to really like cultivate good gel nail art. And I started discovering that they don't use gel from like bottles, they work with gel from pods, which is thicker. So you can like sculpt and draw faces and really get the detail in. But what I was up against is that, you know, as a black, I started working there as a manager.
Yeah.
But when I wanted to like transition into becoming a nail artist, I wasn't being booked because I was black. And then some of the things that I wanted to like learn and perfect, they didn't want to show me because I was black. So I had started working there to perfect my craft and was pretty much, you know, I would be shown a few things here and there, but nobody would take it seriously because it's just known that Asian people do good nails.
Yeah.
You know, they've come to America and they've been doing nails for a long time. So I really had to go away and start teaching myself. Like I'd look at what they were doing and I'd pick up tips and tricks, but I really started teaching myself. So in doing that, for a few years and then working in another salon, I'm like, you know what, I've honed my craft, I want to open my own studio. And what I've realized, a lot of people have since asked me like, why don't you open just a black salon and train other black nail artists? And in my opinion, as a black nail artist, it's so hard in this industry. So I think that once we've learned a technique, one, people don't want to show each other. Number two is that once people have learned their craft and perfected it, they go solo. They don't want to work in a nail salon anymore because your clients always go wherever you go. So I think it's the longevity of having a black nail art salon. People just learn the craft, perfect it, and then people want to follow them wherever they go. So the unity of the salon doesn't stay together. I feel like in Asian salons, just the regular ones on the corner, they don't really specialize in nail art. It takes quite a few hours. On average, my appointments are like 3 to 4 hours.
Right.
And in doing that, a lot of people just like to kind of sit there solo and they move on after a while.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main thing, is that once you've perfected your craft, especially being a black nail artist, you move on to your own thing. You don't want to stay in a salon no more because you also need to half your earnings. You'll need to pay the salon owner, and then you usually take about 60%